Hello everyone and welcome back to our Software IT series. In this series we will discuss information about artificial intelligence, where is it, why do we need it and how to use it. And this series will be like a start of sub-series where we will explain details for decision makers or developers how to where is it, how to use it, how to implement it. This opening series will be more about satellite view information for the decision makers, for head of departments, for head of IT, where we will explain uh, how to implement it. You know that you're very busy, you don't have enough time, and this is why I will be very short. We value your time. Let's go. Why do we have this series and why we have selected this subject at all? Let's say that we can see a huge amount of questions from our clients, and that's something like, why do we need this artificial intelligence? We hear a lot about this, but how to use it? We know that we have all this application where you can color your hair, compare your shoes, but it's a lot of about the fun because real business just can see application in app stores, and we have a lot of noise about artificial intelligence, but they don't have a clue how to implement these techniques for their real business. For real business, I mean retail, some sales, some warehousing, construction, a lot of domains and specializations. And people just don't understand how to implement it and where to use these techniques in their real business. This is why we started this list of sub-series. We will try to explain and suggest for you some solutions which you can implement for your business. We will take different domains and just take different examples where we'll show you how, for example, how we can do this, how we can implement, what we can improve, and which benefits you will take after that. Current series more as, for example, some introduction series, and we will explain and I will discuss just some common things about artificial intelligence. First of all, I have to mention that this is not something brand new, which was what was developed and introduced in last 5 years. No, this artificial intelligence, let's say, it's like a number of techniques and technological frameworks which can be combined in one thing which called artificial intelligence. But let's say that it was people started to use it. I think that from the beginning, our computer world, when we got the first uh, computing machines, or of course it was even before personal computers, and all these different techniques like parts of artificial intelligence were introduced many years ago. Maybe it was started even from 50s or 60s era, from the last century. And this is why, this is what, if somebody will tell you that this is something new with what was developed like 3 5 years ago, that's wrong. Artificial intelligence, it's again, I have to mention this number of techniques which people use last 70, 60, 50 years. Okay, if we are talking about last 50 years, why right now it's so popular? And the answer is very simple, because nowadays we have a lot of and we have good access for computing resources which were not available before. Even our personal computer is very powerful, and if compare with, of course, even 20, 30 years before, it was too hard to implement. You 30 years ago, you needed maybe 100 computers if you want to implement the same thing which you can implement today with only one computer. And of course, we have right now a lot of available frameworks which are available for small companies, like cloud computing resources, a lot of such companies like Google, Microsoft, Amazon suggest for you already like uh, built-in solution for artificial intelligence inside their cloud systems. This is like you don't need to develop everything from scratch. You can just take something from Azure, Microsoft Azure, something from Amazon Web Services, something from Google, combine inside your software, and gotcha, you will have your own artificial intelligence solution. And now I think about the main question uh, about all of this noise. If you're a real business owner, and the main question for you is not a theory, for you the main question is where to implement this solution and which benefits it will bring for you. Because artificial intelligence, this is just for scientists, not for real business. All different techniques, like for fun or so on. Of course, some of them for some interesting startups where to implement this, where they want to implement different interesting shocking things. And yes, that's also maybe like some part of the business, but we are talking about real business which we had 30, 15, 100 years. And let's discuss how and where we are going to implement it. We can implement it. Of course, I won't be able to cover all solutions which you can use for your real business. But anyway, this is like only intro series. Later we will discuss more and more. Imagine that you already have some company and you have your own business processes. And this is your business processes consist of different parts like bricks. For example, selling of your product to your customers, and okay, you introduced already mobile sales via or web sales, and you have a chain of different operations like order to warehouse, get the products to warehouse, then you have to of course somehow promote these products for your website, and logistics, selling and logistics, and all these parts. Inside even all this part you have very detailed, and it can be very huge and multi-level process. And artificial intelligence can help you for, I think, two things. The first one, somehow optimize one of these processes, and second one, automate one of these processes. Optimize, I mean collect information, prepare it for you somehow, and in this case you will have it has to increase somehow your sales or increase your productivity. The second thing, like about automation, let's introduce some new words called robotic process automation, like RPA. It means that you can develop some parts of software which will just perform some operation instead of your people, yes, or your employees, or they will just change some employees' actions on automated operations. Like we, for example, can take some business process which consists of a couple of bricks, and we just can remove some of the bricks because our artificial intelligence techniques will perform these operations automatically and even better. I hope it was not so complicated, because of course our goal with all the series explain complicated things in simple words. As I already said, artificial intelligence is a number of techniques combined to the one thing which called artificial intelligence, but it has different blocks. And of course for your I don't know, for your needs you can implement all of them, or maybe just some of them. And like very satellite view, how it looks like. And you have some information which you are collecting. After that, you have to analyze somehow this information, learn. Uh, Because after the analysis, you will have some decisions. You have to remember somehow these decisions and apply them in the future. Of course, you have to store everything. You have to perform some actions. After actions, you have to analyze the result. And results also like a source for analysis. And this is why let's call this like a closed system which can learn itself, like all the time learning system. And all these sub techniques which I mentioned, it can be computer vision, it can be no, of course, neural networks, it can be machine learning, and more and more. Imagine that we have for example, a person who can watch, getting some information, analysis, storing, performing some actions with our hands. After that, we understand how it works. We get in the feedback and analyzing information again. This is like artificial intelligence. This is what we have to implement for our software, for our business, for our business needs. I promise to be not so long, but this series is, I think, is right now is more than I have expected, and this is why I want to explain what we will discuss in the next series. In the next series, I will try to take examples from some of the real businesses and explain how to implement them very fast using our existing cloud-based solutions. Not like developing from scratch because it's too expensive. It cannot be available for regular business because it's a lot of R&D work, like research and development. And for our real business purposes, we don't need that because we are not a scientist, we're businessmen. This is why we should have a fast solution which we will implement, test, change. If it works, improve. If not, take something new. This is what I wanted to say. Thank you for watching. See you on our next series. Bye bye.